Good morning, 7K team, dream team. People who have dreams, people who want to make a difference in your family's life, in your life, and other people's lives. And that's what we're doing here at 7K. We're changing people's lives financially. And we're helping them learn about things that they've never been taught about on purpose. And I keep saying that. Uh, if you have a system and you're doing a system, then duplication becomes much easier. And that's what I try to teach all my leaders or potential leaders or future leaders. I have a very successful system, how to build, first of all, how to believe in what you're doing, have a little faith in the beginning and make some commitment, a minimum commitment of 2 years, of 5 to 10 hours out of your life for 2 years, but doing the things that I teach you to do, and your sponsor and your team mates that you're working with, because this is a team business. It's a business of people helping one another. And of course, you want to make sure you're picking, the right people to team up with, that they're going to make as much commitment to success as you are. Otherwise, you still need to look for that person on your left team and that person on your right team. You need at least one on each team to be able to work with that has the same commitment that you do or close to it. Okay. Until then, you need to keep searching. So, uh, actively purchasing precious metals can assist in safeguarding your family's wealth and legacy. We all know that right now, those are members of 7K. But it's crucial to start learning about these precious metals, gold and silver, God's money, and start buying them right now, because much of the information I've given you, and now I think you've seen that those of you that were on the bronze and above corporate leaders call, where Josh Anderson, a co-founder, basically echoed my words about the great 2024 crash. And that's coming. It cannot be stopped now. By the way, I have a person in our group that is very good with charts and videos and things. So we're redoing the great 2024 crash and into a part one, like I have it, and separating it, and then 2024 inflation and how you can deal with it. What should you and others be doing? The answers to protect yourself from this as much as you possibly can. Part two, and those will be available shortly, and they'll be posted on the Band app, and you'll be able to use those to help educate, to help have discussion, and should give meaning to why everyone needs to have gold and silver. Some, okay, how much? That depends on every person, because we're not financial advisors. I'm not, you aren't, none of us in 7K are. But we know that when you buy gold or silver, you're not just spending your money on something intangible. You're acquiring a real asset. Essentially, you're exchanging a devaluing and rapidly devaluing U.S. paper dollar, man's money, for another currency asset, God's money, gold and silver. Okay, and that has a time-proven track record of much higher potential value compared to paper currencies of any currency in the world. The harsh reality is that the US dollar volatility is very, very unpredictable right now. And in the last 2 decades, we've witnessed multiple stock market crashes, emphasizing the importance of having an alternate strategy to preserve and grow wealth. And that's what we're doing with 7K and introducing it to our friends, our relatives, strangers that we meet in the future that become our new acquaintances. So this is a life-changing business. You're in the business of helping people change their lives financially, securing wealth for their family. As you know, and those of you that don't know me that may see this in the future, I became an active buyer of precious metals many, many, many years ago, over 35 years ago, because I saw it as a way to secure the future of my family and our wealth. However, it is important to begin purchasing right now. And I strongly recommend everyone possess some of God's money in your own hot little hands, gold and silver. It's important to remember when you purchase God's money, gold and silver, you aren't spending your money on something intangible. I've just say this over and over again. That's the point, a major point of education we've got to, get across. You're simply trading that devaluing, disappearing, purchasing power with a paper US dollar or other currencies that's in your pocket or your wallet or pocketbook for a currency that has the potential for much larger potential. No guarantees, but just look at history. But I'll guarantee you one thing. Gold and silver will never go bankrupt. It will never go to zero like some stocks, bonds, and other type of assets that one might hold, securities. So, it's, gold and silver is just, it's just a different form of wealth versus paper currencies and securities. That's all. Okay, let's get with the IPAs. The IPA, how do you become successful with 7K? How do you progress this along faster? Well, you've got to learn the IPAs, the income producing activity, and you've got to be doing them at least 5 out of 7 days a week. And that's forever. That's not just that first 2 years of learning. You get to earn while you learn. And this is a beautiful thing about the membership of 7K and the ability to earn. And if you look at a lot of the leaders, 7K, a little over 7 years old now. I've been with them since 7 years. And so if you look at the leaders, the people who are really earning income, significant income, many of the new leaders that's come in the last 3 to 4 years, maybe even 5, but when they joined 7K, they weren't just starting to make big money. Many of them took a year and a half, 2 years before they really engaged. And once they engaged, then they started making money. But what did they do in that time frame? They were learning, they were absorbing, they were getting knowledge, they were getting information that's going to be extremely useful and powerful in doing your IPAs, the income producing activities. Okay, I'm going to be going through various income producing activities in this whole next series in the beginning of the first quarter of the year, so we can put them in the can, have them there for everybody to work with, learn, and do, and train within their own small groups or their own team, and go over and over again and again. Now, in our business, you go over and over the same things again and again. Now, if that gets boring to you, then I'm sorry. That is a rule of success in this industry and in this business. And so uh, I never get bored with it. I just think it's fun. Okay. And so we just do the same thing over and over again. Okay. So you got to have that commitment. You got to have that good person on your left team. You got to have that good person on your right team. If they're not as committed to you, they're not putting the time, they're not putting the attention, then you've got to find another one. Now, if you want to go above the rank of goal, obviously you've got to have more than that one person uh, on your left team and that one person on your right team. And of course, I encourage you to get it 2, 3, 4 partners that is committed to you on the left team and right team. If you do that, you're going to be immensely successful in this company and in this business as it grows and becomes a multi-billion-dollar company. But the key is, let's get them one at a time. Okay. And you definitely want one on your pay side first. Okay. So you will concentrate there. And that's where you're going to, that's it. Now, many of us don't start out with a pay side, but you are placed on somebody's side, your sponsor. That's the only place you will get any what we call spillover. But that's a benefit of the binary is spillover. Now, one of the first spillover compensation plans in the industry was the matrix plan, where it limited the number of people you could personally sponsor on the first level, and then you had to sponsor them. You had to place them in a second, then you had to place them in the third, then you had to place them in the fourth level, and so that spillover. Okay, I've given a training on the difference and the advantage of why the binary is the strongest compensation for the little guy and gal. And I encourage you to make sure you go over that again and again and again until you understand it, because this is the one that gives you hope for the person who really can't find more than one good person on the left and one good person that'll make equal commitment with them. And that is the majority of people in this industry, this space of direct marketing. And that's why ours can help the average people better than any compensation. And we're dealing with a product of value, not lotions, potions, pills, things that have expiration dates and, don't accumulate wealth for you. Just think about that. A real no-brainer, isn't it? Okay, so let's get with it. Let's talk. What am I going to do today? Today, we're going to talk about your autosaver, okay? Because that's the integral piece. That is the piece that produces that legacy income for you and your family and for you. Okay, so you want a large organization. Like I said, our first goal is to get to where you have at least 25 people in your left team and 25 people in your right team. Now, you may not have sponsored them all, but the key is you sponsor someone and you help them sponsor them, their hot 25 to 50 left. Then you help them sponsor, you leapfrog down all IPAs I'm talking about here, but I'm not going to describe those today. That's part of IPAs, okay? Leapfrogging, doing your hot list, helping them work with the hot list, getting there one on the left, one on the right, okay? But you keep doing that until you have at least 25 people on your left team and right team that are committed to ordering their autosaver every month. Now, an autosaver training, to me, that's your own retirement program. That's your own 401k that you're in 100% control of, not your government, not your employer, or the combination thereof, because they change the rules on your IRAs and 401ks. Just look at those that have done it for 30, 40 years or more, okay? And ask them if they have the rules hadn't changed on them. They tell you when you can take it out, how much you can take out, and then how much they're going to tax you on it. Oh yeah. So why not start something that you're in 100% control of, and it has wealth, okay? Well, autosaver. Okay, another IPA, see? So we got a lot of things coming, because the part I'm going to talk about today is when you get that 25 on your left, that 25 on your right team. Doesn't matter if you know them all or not. All that volume comes up to you in the binary on your left team and right team. That's group volume, okay? Your personal volume is the autosaver you purchase every month, just like every other networking company. Ours is volume based too, okay? Left team, right team, okay? And if you don't personally sponsor someone, you don't get any credit for that group volume, okay? Very simple, not hard. Okay, but you want your group volume, say that 25, 25, you multiply it to do easy math times 20 points. That's 500 points coming up to your counter every month. Hey, that's enough to get a $500 extra check in a month, every month. Who couldn't use an extra $500 a month? Uh-oh. Now, once you start achieving that, then it's up to you to do more of the same, build that group, help those people grow in their business, and turn that into 50 people on your left team and right team committed to buying the autosaver. Well, 20 times 50 is 1,000. That's enough to make 2 $500 cycle checks. And then if you get, with time, your group grows, it exponentiates, as long as you are active, showing the way, still being there, still showing up at events, still showing up with weekly meeting. I don't miss a weekly meeting here in our Baton Rouge unless I'm traveling or ill. We've had a weekly meeting every Tuesday night, regardless. And if it's just George, Pamela, and Sandra and I show, but it's never been just us four. We've always had committed team players that are there. And if we don't have a guest, we're not making a presentation. We're training. We're not just sitting around gabbing or complaining. We are training on how to. How to. That's what you should be doing. Another IPA, see? But I'm going to give you the details of that. Let's get to the IPA I'm talking about with autosaver. So now you understand, we just want to build that group full of autosavers. And you get like me, where you have thousands that are purchasing that autosaver after 7 years. After 7 years of committed work, and me, I don't just do 5-10 hours a week. To me, this is my full-time activity. There isn't a day that I don't work 8, maybe 10 hours, but it's not work. It's fun. See, I don't look at this as work. I look at this as helping people, answering questions, solving problems, helping exponentiate their business, which exponentiates my business. So let's talk about this IPA that everyone is grossly neglecting, and you are wasting commission points. You're flushing them. Don't you want to make the most that you possibly can? I'm going to give you a simple IPA. Okay. That's getting your autosavers placed on the 8th, the 21st, and the 26th, the week up. Trying to even out your autosavers in the month so you don't flush buy them. And it's very important for you. You just don't realize this, but you got to start at it because this takes time. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So let me share my screen. Let's go log in to a few things here so we can actually see what I'm talking about. Okay. And another IPA real quick. You need to visit your website every day. That's a 7-day-a-week thing. And you should kind of make sure you're completely familiar with the front end of your website, the e-commerce side, and you're going to log into your back office. This is something you do every day. Do not fail visiting your website at least for 5 to 15 minutes a day. See, IPAs do not fail logging into your Sound Money account. You should have one because everyone should be following my program of buying at least $10 a week in gold or silver. And you do it in your Sound Money account. You're accumulating wealth. See, you can't buy $10 and have it shipped to you, but you can store it, and you need to be diversified. Another IPA. You should be registering your products in stock and sell, your graded products. You should be visiting that 5 out of 7 days. See, the Sound Money, the stock and sell, you don't have to do it every day. You get a product, you want to scan it, you put it in, then you check it. Okay. Then you want to be visiting your 7K Advantage every day. Now, this you want to visit every day because so many people, if you're on the autosaver, you get this free. And you can save so much money here on things you're already buying, but you get them at a savings. So now that savings you can apply to wealth accumulation, gold and silver. Okay. And so you can see the deals of the day. And if you just click through them, I mean, you got name brand stores, J.C. Penney, you got Dell, you got HP, you got everything, Charles Truett, you name it, you can get discounts on it. And they got deals of the day every day. You want to buy vitamins and things, get real discounts, you know? Now, this is just the deals of the day. Okay, but you need to understand travel. Look, we save so much money in travel. It's pathetic, especially on auto rentals and hotel stays. But anyway, IPA. Okay. Then of course, if you're in my group, you're going to be visiting whichever team band app you are in. Okay. Either the 7K Hawaii Ohana team, the Go for Gold team, the PMC team, the PSI team, the Todfather team, the Team Corona, Dream Big team, and so forth and so on. Okay. But my training is the same in each one of them. Okay. And good news here, I am posting because of the great 2024 crash and the actions we need to take and the trainings I've been given for the last 2 years or more, I am now going to post short versions of clips like this one for updates of all this information, so you get it from more people than just me. Okay, for validation of the things that I'm training and communicating to you. So again, you check your band app 5 out of 7 days. And in particular, the scheduled trainings and meetings that's there. Okay, that's in a different section. But if you'll notice, I'm giving you an update by Petrova. Now, she is a Lena Petrova is a CPA. She has her own podcast. She does really, really short version of financial banking, tax versions, and business concepts. She's very good. And but that's not where I get my data. She just reports on it like I do. Okay, so I will have more information. I'll be posting it for you to use, and you and your group to use, and get information. That with information you can make informed business decisions. So see, this is a major IPA. That's part of that 5 to 10 hours a week in my system that I teach. Okay, for success, the system for success. Okay, so let's talk about our autosaver, the one we're going to do. So when you go to log into your website, of course, you're going to always check your personals left and right. You're going to check your volume. You're going to check your own pay level grade, and it's going to tell you that right here in your account status. It'll tell you what your pay level grade is. Okay, so that's all you're going to get paid on. You may have volume for more, but all you're going to get paid on is your pay level grade. Okay, and then it's going to tell you what your expected payout is. Well, if I'm a goal, I can't get 8,500. Okay, so you need to understand, if I wanted that, I got to rank up. Okay, and then if we'll look at our business hub, it's going to tell us what we need to do to rank up. Okay, so and it's a little different because I've got uh, it means that I've got to have a goal on the left and right. So it means I've got pay levels of silvers on my left and right, not golds, because that would help me become an executive gold. So I need a gold and a bronze that I personally sponsor. Okay, so visiting this is very important because you learn every aspect of the business as you grow and you develop and you progress through the ranks with time, depending on how much effort you want to put into it and who you're working with. Okay, so if you notice, and it's going to be able to tell you your upcoming autosaver points. That's the point we're going to talk about today. Okay, and if you look on my bank side's the side that doesn't zero out. Your pay side's the opposite side. Okay, that's the side that zeroes out. Or if you got a uh, 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 leadership credit, or where you enrollment credit, where you just enroll some people this week personally, well, you have a credit. And any volume underneath your pay that's less than a 500 cycle check, you get to roll over in commission checks. Another IPA training on a compensation plan. But here is the thing I want to talk about. You need, like I need, but I'm not going to work on this side. I'm going to leave that to everybody on that has a left and right side in that group to do what I'm going to train. And eventually, if they're doing that, then I'm going to see these points starting to even out. See, in the first week, there's 49,120 points projected if everybody buys, if they all process, they have all good credit cards, they didn't expire, and that kind of, you have a little bit of that, but basically that's what you get. Okay. Well, if that's on all process, then that's a lot of volume versus this. Now look here, this 22,000, that's less than half being processed in the week of the 8th. And then here we go back on the 5th. Now, why is the 1st and the 15th so heavy? It's because when you enroll, the company automatically puts you either in the 1st or the 15th for your autosaver. And you, after you enroll a person, you must get in there with them because they don't know how to do this. And you show them how to change their autosaver date, but that they stay active. So that means understanding your calendar. If they enroll like on the 21st, their autosaver date by the company should be set on the 15th because that's the furthest away. If they enroll on the week of the 26th, their autosaver date will be set on the 15th. If they enrolled on the 8th, their week of the 8th, their autosaver date will be set for the 1st. Well, if they enroll, let's say on the 7th, we don't want them to be processing an autosaver. Well, you wait and you just show them, and then you come back after the 8th on the 9th. So if they enrolled on the 5th, 6th, 7th, okay, you wait until after the 8th, then you come back and you help them change their autosaver to the 8th. So it's not processed on the 1st. Now, it gives them a little longer for it, but they're all for this. People aren't doing this. I've trained it all the years that we've been in this business, but it's been incorporated in everything. This is just IPA, okay? This is just autosaver and changing the dates to get it so you and your team doesn't flush as much volume as you're doing. No, none of this matters to me because it's all over 7,000 points. Now, look at my pay side. Now, well, as those of you that know me, as you see here on the 8th, do I have a problem? No. Okay. That's just autosaver volume. There's other volume. There's new people enrolling. There's people renewing that don't have the $5.99 legacy VIP lifetime membership without renewal. Okay. So in here, the same thing. You want to kind of get these things as even. Now, I've been working on this for a while. And I work specifically with everybody I personally sponsor. I try to get them and I work with them. I call them. I help them. I want them to get their autosavers off of the 1st and off of the 15th. Okay? Because new people are going to be placed there automatically. And we don't have enough doing what I just trained on. Walking them through how to change their autosave. Now, here's the other thing. When you enroll someone new, it restarts your activity. So let's say you have your autosaver set on the 1st. You just enroll someone on the 27th, 28th, 29th of the month. That just starts your activity all over again. Well, you can then go in after you enroll them, and then you can reset your autosaver for the 26th. And you get to stay active. You're still going to get your autosaver. Now you've effectively changed your autosaver. But if you really want it and you want to have it, then you're only going to be active for 8 days, and then when you buy your autosaver, you can reset it for the 8th. But do reset it every time you enroll someone. Go and look if you got the opportunity to reset it to the date of the 8th, 21st, or 26th that keeps you active, keeps you in that 32-day period of activity. You just enroll someone, so you're active for 32 days. So basically, you can pretty much easily find the date that you still stay active. Okay, when you buy a coin drop coin, let's say you like it and you bought one, Well, it's almost like you enroll. In other words, that took the place of that autosaver. It made you active because it's a special purchase coin. It made you active. So now you have a chance to change your autosaver date away from the 1st and the 15th and still stay active because you just started a new 32-day period when you purchased that coin drop coin. So you help your personally sponsored or the team people that you're actually working to build with in your left and right team. You help them understand this, you help them do it to their accounts, then you help them with the people on their left and right that they sponsor. You help them do that, and now you've got an activity. This is an income producing activity. Why? Because you're going to limit the amount of volume you flush on the 1st of the month, first pay week of the month, and on the 15th with time when your business grows. And for those of you that are associates, you are flushing way too much when you have the 26th and the 1st fall in that same pay week. Well, you got volume over 500. Well, you're not going to get paid on anything over 500, so it's all flush. Why not have that distributed during the month and you optimize your paycheck? If you're doing this IPA, that's what will happen automatically. And now duplicate this IPA. See how simple that is? It's not a difficult thing. Autosaver is very important to your income optimization, you and your team. Okay, let's jump back in and let's get to finalizing this. I want to try to make this IPA learning short as can be. Okay, so again, what are IPAs? First of all, is that commitment. Second is this has to be done, and you have to be exposing the business to at least 5 people a day. This should not take you longer than 30 minutes. You're either asking a quick question and then you're giving them your QR code card. Okay. Now you got to know, some of you don't know about that. Well, learn from where? Your Team Band app, where I have everything for you. And ask your teammates. Please, I don't 30,000 people ask me how to do this. You got your own teammates that you're working with. You got your own leaders that you're working with. If you don't have one, then yeah, ask me. But you should have one. Okay. At least in my teams. Okay. So you got to be doing the job description. And if you are, you're going to be building this business, this team, like I said, where you have at least 25 people on each team. That's your goal. You want to get to where you have 25 people ordering an autosaver in your group. That's group volume. Group volume gives you pay. Okay. Just like every other network marketing company. Well, I do want to remind everyone in the 10 steps to success. Now, these are actual steps you need to take with every new person you enroll. And if you haven't done it with your people enroll, start it today. It doesn't matter if they've been in a member for 2 years or 3 years. Give them this and make a commitment to start doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G. These 10 steps to success. Okay? And wealth building with 7K. Now, what I need to bring our income disclosure up because I did talk about how to optimize your income with our pay plan, and the most generous pay plan in the industry, the one that helps the average guy and gal better than any other referral marketing program that is in existence in this world, in this space. Our income disclosure tells the story, and everyone needs to know about it and see it, understand it. There are no guarantees. It takes work, but it's fun work to me. It should be to you. I hope you see what I see. I hope this was very useful to you. Now let's start putting, we call it putting feet to the words. Okay. So let's start putting it into action on your autosaver IPA. Autosaver IPA to optimize your income. Hope you see what I see. Make sure you check your band app. Make sure you stay tuned to all the information that will be coming as I give you short updates from other people to validate everything. And I will see you next Saturday, if not before. Yes, every Saturday we're going to be here. Okay. Unless I'm traveling or unless I'm sick and I can't do it, but I'll give you notification of that. Love each and every one of you. I hope you see what I see. I hope you new people understand, but if not, hook up with your teammate, hook up with your partner, make a commitment to learn how to do this. It's the best thing you can do for you and your family in securing wealth and security for what's coming. Thank you.